Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making chicken marsala.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Chicken marsala. It's one of those things that's easy enough for a weeknight dinner and fancy enough with the taste profile to entertain with. We are going to make it tonight for dinner, and I'm going to show you how. So I have 2 chicken breasts here, and I've cut them in half, butterfly them. We're going to pound them out. We've got some mushrooms, and if you watched my episode of tiramisu a couple weeks ago, I have some Marsala wine that needs used up, and I thought this was the perfect thing because I had mushrooms and chicken and the Marsala. So let's get started. So I've got my cutting board out. I'm going to just take some plastic wrap. And you want enough to lay some down. We're gonna make a sandwich with the chicken. Let me grab my tongs. We're gonna set it on here. And then with a meat mallet or a super heavy skillet, we're gonna pound it out thin just so it cooks more even. And you wanna start in the middle and kind of push it out. And you wanna be real gentle because the chicken can tear. Now on these thinner parts, I'm not doing it as much as I am on the thick, so not too much. We just want it nice and flat, so it's gonna cook. So I don't know if you can see, it's just half inch.
Considerably larger
thick.
than it was.
Well, and not so lumpy. And if you wanna use thighs or skin on chicken, you certainly can. That looks great. Let's do one more. And I'm going to turn my skillet on behind me so it starts getting hot because we're gonna brown these. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this chicken. All right, and this is 3 cups of crimini mushrooms. You can use the white mushrooms. You can even buy the already sliced mushrooms. You hear my Instant Pot right there? I am making mashed potatoes to go with this, so I'm gonna hit my quick release here. Because those are done. So we're gonna head over to the cooktop and get our chicken browning. So you've got your skillet on. I'm gonna use half and half mixture of olive oil and butter. So you got the heat from the olive oil that's gonna take the heat, and then you got the flavor from the butter. I've just got a tablespoon here. Get that all melted. Man, why does melted butter always smell so darn good? All right, so I'm just gonna lay these in here. Those are gonna shrink, so. All right, I'm gonna season them with salt and pepper and garlic and get them seasoned on this side. We're just gonna wanna brown them on both sides. You silly Denver, go to your spot. We're gonna brown these, they're gonna come out, and then we're gonna saute onions. So we're just gonna get our chicken breast browned. Then we'll take you to the next step. All right, these chickens are ready to flip. And we're gonna re-season them here on the other side. I'm also gonna put a little bit of oregano, just a tiny bit. I'm probably playing with fire here, sprinkling it on. All right, so the chicken breasts are nicely browned. You can get them browner if you want. We are gonna cook them in this sauce so they don't have to be cooked all the way through. Got a clean plate here. We're just gonna set them out here and rest. Leave all those brown drippings and all that deliciousness in the bottom of your pan. I'm gonna throw a little more butter in, because why not? All right, I've got a couple tablespoons of finely minced onion I'm gonna throw in. Get those cooking. then I'm gonna throw in about 3 cups of sliced mushrooms. And we're just gonna let these cook and saute and brown up. And then we're going to deglaze our pan. So you want to get your wine out and pour 1 cup of wine and just set that to the side because we're gonna let these mushrooms cook for a couple minutes. And if you want more mushrooms, add more mushrooms. They're gonna probably cook down by half. So about your wine, if it's good enough to drink, it's good enough to cook with. That is the thing. So if it doesn't taste good to drink, don't cook with it. This was so delicious in the tiramisu. So we want 1 cup of wine. And then I'm gonna go make 2 cups of chicken broth. And I'm, again, just using my Better Than Bouillon. You just need 1 teaspoon per cup of water to make chicken broth. So I'm gonna go get that ready while my mushrooms are cooking here. All that brown bits on the bottom, that's such great flavor. All right, so once the mushrooms are starting to release their moisture like this, I'm gonna throw a little salt on them, just because once again, I like to layer my seasonings in my dishes. If you keep layering your seasonings, then you'll get to the end, everything should be good. Sometimes you have to add more, but.
Those really do cook down, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. And we like mushrooms. I could have gone 4 cups and we would have been happy, but yum. All right, so once they get cooked down, I'm gonna go ahead and add my 1 cup of Marsala. Listen to that. What I should have done just now is sprinkled flour on my mushrooms, but if you forget, like I did, I'm just gonna make a slurry with some of my chicken broth. I'm gonna let that cook down though for a minute. I'm gonna turn up my heat just a tad. Oh, that smells good. Woo. All right, so I've got this vintage Tupperware gravy shaker here. And what I'm gonna do is just add some of my chicken broth. Add a little bit of flour to it, probably 1/4 cup-ish. And I'll just take and shake this. And then that will thicken our sauce. Now, if you're gluten-free, wait till the end and then add a cornstarch slurry, which you totally could do. Honestly, this might be a better way than the other way. All right, so that is coming to a nice boil. I'm going to add my flour and my chicken broth. And I'm gonna add the rest of the chicken broth too. And also I'm gonna sprinkle in probably, I don't know, 1/4 to not even a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme we got in there for some great flavor. So let's add the chicken broth. Yum, it smells so good, you guys. Give it a stir because it's gonna thicken. Yum. And then we're gonna add our chicken back in and let it simmer for 5 to 7 more minutes. Make sure we got that chicken cooked all the way through and then dinner is ready. This is a pretty quick chicken dinner recipe, really. Pretty budget friendly because you just need a couple pieces of chicken. Mushrooms aren't bad, they're super healthy for you. All right, so let's get the chicken back in the pool. And if you want your sauce thicker, all you have to do is add more flour. See how that delicious chicken juice, you wanna make sure you dump that in too. All right, we're gonna let that come to a simmer. We're gonna simmer it for about 5 to 7 more minutes, make sure that chicken is thoroughly cooked through, and then we're gonna plate it up. So while I was waiting on the chicken marsala to sit and simmer and make sure that chicken is cooked through, I threw some asparagus together on a cookie sheet. We're gonna have roasted asparagus with that, and I'm gonna show you that on another episode because it is super easy and super delicious. So the chicken has been sitting here simmering for a few minutes more. We're just gonna check it with the temperature. You want it at least 165 and it's 170. So I'm gonna take it off the heat and I'm gonna grab my mashed potatoes. Because my asparagus isn't done anyway. And we're just gonna plate it up here with this piece. And you can spoon this over it, around it, however you want. It smells so amazing. I tasted the sauce a couple times, was very happy with how it tasted. At this point, you'll want to like season it if you want more salt or pepper or anything in it like that. And we're just put a little drizzle of that. Yum. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at that beautiful dinner. And I got some asparagus that's gonna go on here momentarily. Thanks again for joining me in my kitchen today. I hope you will go make some chicken marsala for your family, or it's fancy enough to entertain with for company. You guys have a great day, and I will see you on the next episode. And we are ready for some marsalas of a chicken.
Totally. Hey, you know what's the best part of this whole thing?
We get dinner.
We get dinner. It's gonna be so good.
It is gonna be so good.
My fault. My fault. Okay, here we go.
Yay.
Every time.
Okay. Shake it like a polo picture. All right, so the oh my gosh, the cooking's been chicken. Thank you again for joining my wow, I'm tired.
Yeah, it's end of day.
It is.
Gonna taste good, I know.